How's everybody doing? Haven't seen you guys since last year. There you go. All right, let's knock this out, guys.
What are your thoughts on Braden?
Braden's a great player, and he's a great young man. And we're fortunate to have him in our program. I mean, he's a winner. He's always won. He does about everything in his life the right way, and yeah, I mean, it's a joy to coach him every day, and it's really fun to help him on this journey.
You kind of jumped on him about rebounding. Was there more to the story than that, the way he's played lately?
No. I mean, Braden's not a guy you gotta, you don't gotta poke and prod. You can be pretty direct with him, and maybe I mean, I told him he's a guy that I don't want to coach by, being, confrontational with him. I think he's too good of a kid, and he's really motivated. He doesn't need that. So I just want to, when I'm very direct with him, and you know what, he's got enough experience now. I think he's really learning, and not that he didn't trust us, but I think just we've had time to really build the relationship, and yeah, I mean, he obviously played a great game today, as well as I thought a lot of other guys played really well as well.
Had 10 rebounds. It seems like he's progressing in that department. Just what you've seen from him and his progression on the boards.
Yeah, I mean, along the same things. I think I always tell Koa. I mean, he's a special player, and he's so versatile. It's really impressive just when you put his physicality with his versatility as a basketball player. But I always tell him, I mean, his cheat code is the effort and energy he can play with when it's packaged with the physicality he delivers. I mean, so he can never short himself in that area. I mean, don't try to over accentuate the other stuff, unless that effort, that energy, and that physicality is at the front of everything he does.
Scouting reports on prospects that say they can guard 1 through 5. Do you think Koa can actually guard 1 through 5?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we have a lot of guys that can. I mean, I think Yvonne's right there. I think Dwayne's right there. I think Tobe's right there. So yeah, no, I really like the versatility we have defensively. I think it allows us to, kind of mix up some of our coverages and make adjustments in games that maybe are, subtle to the untrained eye, but they're important.
To Ivonne, how much of this defensive intensity do you see, like when he was playing overseas?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, we knew Ivonne was a really good prospect for a couple of years, but I mean, things were different. We didn't think he was coming and to the States, for certain reasons. And when the opportunity, opened up for him to come, we jumped back in it. And to be honest with you, it wasn't a deep study. It was just, we'd seen him enough when he was young. And, when Carter left for the NBA, we had a void that needed to be filled, and he was the best option. So, yeah, he's been awesome. And, we did a couple Zooms with him. I think Murph went over there a couple times. And, you guys have seen Yvonne. I mean, the first Zooms we did with him were really easy and comfortable, just like he is with you guys. He's a great guy. So I knew he'd be a great fit for our program.
With the number of scorers and all that and the balance that you have, is he finding this role that to be that defensive guy with some offense?
I mean, for sure. I mean, I think he's a competitive guy. He has a lot of pride. I mean, I think, I want a lot of guys that play both ways. I mean, I'm not like trying to limit him offensively. I think he's continuing to grow there, and I think he's going to have, he'll be a guy eventually that's going to have a 20-point game or a close to 20-point game on any given night. Like, he's just a really, really good basketball player, and we really value guys that play on both sides of the ball.
Guys like Yvonne and Dwayne that are able to switch at the wing position, how much easier does that make it defensively for the rest of the team?
Well, it gives you options, and everything depends on kind of what the other team's trying to do and how you match up with it. Yeah, but, switching sometimes can be a simple option. Switching keeps the ball in front, kind of keeps you out of rotations, so it's a good card to be able to pull out of your back pocket at certain times.
Previous first 2010 game, very aggressive, obviously went to him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Mo's a great guy, and I'm probably a little frustrated myself because I think I was on the officials a little bit. I didn't realize he had drawn 9 fouls. I thought there could have been a few more, but I can't get greedy either. And I think he's going to continue to learn how to play against that physicality and finish some of those shots quicker. But yeah, Mo's just a really good player, and he's so reliable at the free throw line. He's really grown as a defender, and he's just a real winner.
Is he kind of motivate too. He said briefly that he wasn't pleased with his last game, so he wanted to come back and play with.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know if he. I mean, yeah, Mo's a high character guy. He doesn't need me to light a fire under him. You know, I mean, I'm not afraid to push him because I think he responds to that. But yeah, he's just. You're seeing a guy who's kind of coming into his own. You know, I mean, this is really his second year in college basketball. It was, obviously the previous year was cut short. You know, he was injured. Then he got to play, and then he really got injured. So I just think you're seeing a guy who, that we knew was going to be a dominant player in this program, but it's finally coming to fruition.
Tommy, last year at this point in the season, you guys were 9-5, and you were stringing together some wins to get back on track as a team on the season. Fast forward to this year, and you guys are 15-0 on that same date. What's it been like coaching two different scenarios?
It's been great for me. I mean, I feel like, personally, that I'm coming into my sweet spot as a coach, where, I don't want to act like I've had all the answers, and maybe in the past I felt like I did and I was proven wrong, but I think I've got a lot of experiences to pull from, good experiences and tough experiences. And last year was a tough one, but I think it says a lot about a program when you're at a place like Arizona and you're 4-5, panic ensues, and we were able to steady the ship and have a really good year. I mean, that says a lot about the players. I think it says a lot about the staff. So I'm thankful. Honestly, I can say this now. I'm thankful for what I went through last year. I think it made me a better coach. Let's see how this year plays out. We'll withhold judgment till the end of the year, and then we can see how much I've improved.
You guys scored 101 points despite making only three-pointers. What do you make of that?
I mean, when you make a lot of twos, they add up, and you make a lot of ones, they add up, and you play a high possession game. It's you just start possessions times 2, plus 1. I mean, you can get to 100 if you have enough possessions. So I don't make anything crazy of it. I thought we had some good looks at 3 in the first half that, would have been nice if they went down. But, also when you just kept looking up at that foul count, you saw that we were ahead in the foul count. And, so the messaging from me was, don't settle. Like, let's take advantage of these bonus opportunities. And, the game got physical and we're okay with that. The refs, they're good refs. They called some fouls. They didn't call others, but that's what you get on a night-to-night basis. So I was okay with, the shot selection overall.
You've had a couple of tough matchups against Jamie Dixon. What are you expecting from that team, aside from who's playing for them?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie's a great coach. I mean, listen, last night I had, the old, the 100-inch TV split into a couple screens, and I was watching, Kansas and TCU on one, and I was watching Texas Tech and Houston on another, just like you guys. And it's impressive. Jamie's a guy I've gotten to know over the years. I really respect Jamie and really like him. And, Jamie's he's a great game coach. So, we're expecting a real battle on Saturday.
When you're playing a team that's coming off a game like that where they give up a lead like that, do you think that has any impact on what they do?
I mean, I can't, you guys, I'd be getting in the weeds too much. Like, you know what? Let's prepare like the game's going to start 0-0 and prepare like they're going to come out and play great at home. And, this we'll navigate the game possession by possession. I'm not a big believer in, momentum, from a previous game, positive or negative.
Koa had the technical foul in the first half. It was kind of a reminder that he's still a young player.
Well, listen, old players get him too, and the play happened fast. I know he got a good dunk, and then then they had called a timeout, and I think he celebrated to their bench. You just can't do that, and Koa's an awesome kid. He apologized right away. To me, we always encourage our guys and talk about celebrate to each other. Don't celebrate, against somebody. Celebrate with your teammates, and so that's the messaging for me. So it's a great reminder, because that can change the game. That happens. It puts a foul on him now. Then he picked up a foul later that was a foul that ends up being his second foul. So his run gets limited in the first half. All that happened right around. They called a foul on a 3-point shooter. Those things add up. So the game's never done. You know, when you're up 8 or 10 points in a team like that, or even 14, like, come on, the 3-point shot, you know, they make a couple in a row, and which they did. Their 5-man made a 3 at the start of the half. Then there was a crazy loose ball where we didn't dive on it, and about 3 or 4 guys, the ball got, you know, bounced around to, and they hit a 3-point shooter. He hit it. I mean, those are momentum plays. So, yeah. So what we don't want to do, we don't want to have a highlight and then kind of negate it by, you know, what better of a celebration, you know, technical.
Coach, speak to Bradley's toughness. He took a hard fall in maybe the first 5 minutes, and your team kind of mentally prepared and got strong.
What's crazy, we've talked about everybody but JB, you know, and, you know, JB is, I mean, obviously he's our leader, and you know, he's our alpha dog. And, you know, and it just shows and says so much about him that we can talk about all of those other guys without bringing him up. And you're right, he does take a hard fall. He stays in the game. He makes the free throws. I mean, he's a bad man. He's a bad man, and he's an absolute winner. And, you know, you can sometimes tell. I mean, I pick out a few things, you know, in the pregame introductions. I mean, I know our fans appreciate JB and they like him, and they should enjoy him for as long as we have him, because, you know, he's been made a real significant impact to our program. So I love that kid. I heard, you know, I'm not big on these lists or anything, but I heard, you know, he went from not being on the Wooden list to being on the Wooden top 25 today. Did that happen? Did that happen? Was that released? And Bruce, you're not on it? Man, Bruce better hit refresh on that Twitter. So, yeah. So, you know what? And he deserves it. He deserves it.
Braden, obviously he's gained confidence as the season's progressed. How high is his ceiling?
You know, I'm not going to put any limits on it. And, you know, I think, you know, Braden does a great job of, you know, being aggressive, but staying within the framework of the team. So, you know, I mean, let's just continue to give him space and let him do his thing. And you know, I'm going to try to keep encouraging him to learn. You know, I told him, you know, you got through, you know, a rough stretch. You had a good stretch. And now this January should be, you know, maybe the most significant jump maybe you make in your young basketball career should be this month, based off, you know, having positive and negative experiences. So let's approach it like that. And it looks like he's off to a good start.
To that extent, and this is not a negative question, but we talked about this last week. You have some fantastic freshmen. Typically, historically, freshmen hit walls, but maybe this wall.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, like I said, I'm not putting limits on these guys, and I'm not making assumptions either. Yeah, I mean, we're going to watch them. We're watching all our guys. You know, we're starting to dig into how are we practicing. You know, what work are we doing outside of practice? You know, what strength and conditioning look like? How's our recovery stuff? We're digging into all that right now, and you know, we'll leave no stone unturned to make sure these guys are, you know, as fresh as possible over the course of a tough season. Thank you, guys.